Nestled on a riverbank in Minneapolis, in the heart of the Twin Cities, you will find stately, historic buildings on a stunning piece of land.
It's approximately 53 acres, and on one side you have the Mississippi River, and on the other side you have Minnehaha Creek.
In the late 1880s, this became Minnesota's first old soldiers' home.
Back then, soldiers who had fought in the Civil War really didn't have any sort of a safety net for their health care or place to go. And so Minnesota, along with many other states, established soldiers' homes to take care of them for the rest of their life. The soldiers who fought in the Civil War really needed some place to go for physical healing or mental healing, and do it with comrades who actually had fought in battles so that they were able to share common experiences.
The feeling of camaraderie veterans sought over 100 years ago is still shared by today's residents.
Oh yeah,
Locally.
Especially. One of the first questions they'll ask each other is, what branch are you in? And they catch you off guard with a story about their service or their past or their family, and you really get to, speak with them and make that connection. And the luxury of my job is I get to spend that time with them. That is my job, to be able to be with them and be present and experience those moments together with them. I just if I can see you guys smile, then I feel like I've done my job.
But to hear their stories is really something. A lot of these guys got some stories to tell.
I earned my wings as a bombardier navigator. After I got my wings, they made me come back and be an instructor.
I'd gone to Johns Hopkins for undergraduate school. I'd done well in high school, and then I went on to Johns Hopkins and got accepted for medical school. And then I ended up in the war.
You had 3 students that came every morning and afternoon. We started them on a stilts, and you'd have to have the bomb sight get that bug. That's how you started.
My MOS was a pediatrician, but our main duty was to take care of the wounded that came through, and that was a shocker for me, you get blown up in Vietnam and you're a mess.
He really enjoys writing when he's here. When I drive him here, he has his magazine and then the papers for the writing that he works on. They understand who Ron is. Ron found a chair that he is comfortable in for writing. They let him be. They don't push, but they encourage him to be who he is while he's here. It's a place that he feels at home and cared about, that he's part of. It's a deeper sense of belonging.
Longevity of staff is very unique. So for us, that's a significant strength. What it does for our residents is it provides them the opportunity to really have person-centered care.
Hey, Don. Good morning. I wonder if we can go down to the day room.
It's somebody that really knows them, knows their routine, and I think that provides then our families great comfort in having staff that really are dedicated to being here and dedicated to knowing the residents. I think the veteran stories are really what brings most of our staff here, and I think those especially that are here for a long time really find a greater purpose than what they might find in any other healthcare setting.
This is the longest I've worked in any home. I get to know their families, so I get to know their families pretty good too. When they come, they're able to ask me a question, I'm able to answer, so it kind of gives them relief that their loved ones are getting taken care of.
Roommate.
Kind of quiet, huh?
Let's see what else is going on in the world today.
The activities are so good here. One morning she brings a newspaper and they call it Coffee and News, and then she reads the current events that was in the newspaper, and that's interesting.
So the Vikings are trying to pick a quarterback. Who will they go with next season? What do you think?
Frank Tarkenton.
Tarkenton, bring him back. Bring back Fran Tarkington? That'd be a little wild card choice.
The staff take great pride in being able to take care of our nation's heroes. This has been the case since the earliest days of this Soldiers' Home.
We have some buildings that have been around since the late 1880s. Building 10 is the original old Soldiers' Home. In addition to that, we have other buildings that were built slightly after that that were still preserved and are modernized for today. Building 22 is a very large building. It'll have 100 individual rooms, but what it also does, it provides spaces in there for families, for friends, that they can just gather so that they're not just in their room all the time.
Building 22 has a lot more space for the guys and a lot more homey of a feel than we have right now. And the guys are really looking forward to having more areas to gather, maybe some more quiet areas as well. Different places to kind of find a spot.
Having your own room's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've talked about that for quite a while.
I'm looking forward to the move. Might be this month, they tell me.
Yep, it's gonna be this month.
It's an honor to have them here. We have a beautiful space here for veterans. We want people to know that they can share our beautiful space here that we have. Our mission is to take care of our residents who are heroes in our eyes and should be heroes in the eyes of everyone in our country.